Yo guys, what is up? Back at it today again with another video. Today we're going to be talking about pre snap adjustments that you can make to improve your Madden skills in this game. So we're going to start it off with when you're picking your play. All right. So you're right here. You're picking your play, and the first thing we're going to start out with is the substitutions. See, a lot of people don't know about this, but you can actually sub on a player. So what you can do is, let's say you're in a third down and one situation, right? And you want a power back on. Let's say that power back was, let's just act like Tony Pollard is Derrick Henry right here, okay? You're not going to have Ezekiel Elliott on when it's Derrick Henry time. We're going to have Derrick Henry out and we're going to sub him on. And you could just sub these players on. Or let's say there's a receiver you don't want to play on this certain route. Or there's a certain center that you want to play different. I don't know. Whatever the adjustment is, you can actually make the sub for that specific play. So that is the first thing we would go over. The second thing is you can actually change the audibles. So you know when you pick a play right here, right? So and then you press square, or I guess you could press R3 and then square, and then you get to pick these options of plays that you want to audible to, right? Well, did you know that you can actually pick the play that you want to audible to? Like you can pick the play before the time even comes. So what you can do is all you have to do, go into the playbook that you're going to use, formation, blah, blah, blah. So right here, you're at, right? You're going to hit L2. Also, for the last one, for the subs, you're going to hit R1. Just wanted to let you guys know about that. And then you just move it around, pick the sub you want. For this, you press L2, and you could press the play, so quick slant, and you could replace it with any of these plays. It has to be in the same formation, obviously, because you're not going to switch formations for that. But as long as it's in the same formation, you could literally just go ahead, and now I've got PAFL stretch. So let's say I pick, let's say I had, I don't know, let's say I was on this play right here. I was on stick, not vertical. And now I can switch it to PAFL, uh, whatever it's called. So yeah, there we go. All right, the next thing we're going to talk about is actually like within the play itself. So once we get here, so a lot of people don't know what you can do is you can actually adjust the pass protection a lot for yourself. So one thing you can do is the double team method. So let's say you're playing up against a superstar player, like I think this is Fletcher Cox right here. What this allows you to do is it's going to double him. There's going to be two linemen that are going to cover him and pretty much reduces the chance, not even reduces, I would say eliminates the chance of you getting sacked, even if it's against a superstar X Factor, because he's going to get double blocked. He did get double blocked on that one. I'll try it again, but let's go again. Let's do double block on, just do double block on this guy, I guess. There you go. You see how the two linemen pushing against that left tackle right there? So that's how you can double block. The next thing is you can ID the mic. So what this allows you to do is it allows you to pick the center linebacker. And so what that does is it adjusts your offensive line's pass protection based on who the middle linebacker is. So in this play, let's say we're running a stretch route, right? I mean a stretch run, right? So right here, who's going to be the Mike? Who's going to be the middle of our protection? And I would assume that it's going to be this guy because we're running towards the right side of the field. So now they're going to get my blocks on right there. And so that's essentially the concept of ID the Mike is you're trying to identify who the middleest linebacker is in order for your offensive line to block uh, in that way, I guess. And the next thing is we're going to talk about is the slide left and slide right protection. So this is going to allow you to have more protection towards one side. You're going to press L1. Also, sorry, I forgot to tell you guys how to do this. So for double team, you're going to press L1 and then down on the right stick. And then you're going to select the guy that you want to double block. For ID the mic, you're going to press L1, then X, and then you're going to identify the middle linebacker. And then from here, L1 and slide left is on the left stick. I mean on the right stick, you slide it left or you slide it right. Okay, and that will allow for that side of the field, allow for that, yeah, so that side of the defense to be overly protected. So we're gonna watch this right here, right? Watch how my offensive line like slid left. You can also do that with the other way too, slide right, obviously. And then obviously there's max protect. So what it's not going to do is all these tight ends, you know how they have routes right here? Anyone who's on the line, so not receivers. I mean, if you're in a different formation, for example, and there's not receivers, then obviously it won't take away the receivers' routes to block. But anyone who's on the line, anyone's on the line of scrimmage, and down in a 3-point stance is going to now protect, including I believe your running back. I'll check it out right here. Actually, why not? Yes, including your running back. So that's essentially what it does right there for max protect. And so these just little adjustments can really make the biggest difference throughout your game. I mean, it can allow for, especially for your offensive line. It really does allow your offensive line to to really have the best chance of succeeding and not allowing a sack. Obviously, then there's also hot routes. You just press triangle and you pick the player, and then you can pick the route that you want them to run. So triangle, X, let's say Dalton Schultz, and I want him to run a streak.